So I'm not going to lie to you. Sometimes you're going to hear words like active exploit or passive exploit, right? Basically, exploits in the Metasploit framework are divided into two categories, active or passive. So, what does that mean to you? Active exploits will exploit a specific host, run until completion, and then exit. For example, brute force modules will exit immediately when a shell opens, and execution of the module stops if an error occurs. Oh, and by the way, you can force an active exploit to work in the background by entering J into the exploit command. And of course, on the other hand, passive exploits wait for incoming hosts and then exploit them as they connect. These exploits almost always focus on clients such as web browsers, FTP clients, and all those. And they'll report shells as they open. Now you can list open shells by entering I with the sessions command. Also, by adding I with a sessions command, you'll be able to interact with the intended shell. Metasploit framework ranks the exploits to help you find the appropriate exploit. And I'll show you all the ranks and their meanings. Excellent. The exploit will never crash the service. This is the case for SQL injection, CMD, execution, RFI, LFI, etc. There's no typical memory corruption exploits should be given this ranking unless there are some extraordinary circumstances. Great. The exploit has a default target and either auto-detects the appropriate target or uses an application-specific return address after a version check. Good. Exploit has a default target, and it is the common case for this type of software. Normal. The exploit is otherwise reliable, but depends on a specific version and can't or doesn't reliably auto-detect. Average. The exploit is generally unreliable or difficult to exploit. Low. The exploit is nearly impossible to exploit, or I'd say under a 50% success rate for common platforms. Manual. The exploit is unstable or difficult to exploit and is basically a DOS. So this ranking is also used when the module has no use unless specifically configured by the user.